A lot of times women tell me when they have a first date with a guy that he didn't ask them any questions about themselves. And they feel that this is a sign that he had no interest in them and that he was just all interested in himself and in impressing them. But a lot of times that really is not the case because, for one thing, a first date is nerve wracking. I will explain in a minute why first dates are not enough. But the reason a man might not ask you questions about yourself is because, first of all, he wouldn't be on a date with you if he weren't attracted to you enough to date you. Because for a man, a date is a big effort and possibly even more nerve wracking than it is for you. Because from his point of view, he has much more on the line. And because he faces possible rejection, he feels that he is more likely to be rejected than you may feel you are. Whether that's true or not, that is how he feels. And for him, a date is a big investment, an investment of time, of money, and of a validation of whether he is worth your wanting a second date with him. Now, I know that's true for women too, but for a man, it hits in a much more personal place. A man may feel that it is his primary task on the date to show you that he is a person of value, to show you that he is worth your time and interest and investment in not just one date, but another date and another date. And the only way he can do that from his point of view is to tell you about himself and what makes him special, what makes him worth being your potential suitor. And in that effort, it is very possible that he may completely forget to ask you about yourself, because never underestimate how nervous the other person is, no matter how they come across to you. And never underestimate what they are putting on the line in showing up for that date, just as you are. A first date is really not that casual, even though the conversation really ought to stay casual, but it is a big deal. So just because a man doesn't ask you any questions about yourself on the first date, don't infer that he isn't interested in you. He is interested in you, or he wouldn't be there. And he is interested in you, or he wouldn't be telling you what makes him valuable, what makes what he's doing in his life that's worthwhile. And that is why you can't go by one date, because it takes more than one date to really know who someone is. It takes more than one date for their real self to come out. So here is my guideline about deciding on a second date or not: is your level of attraction to that person. And what I mean is not how attracted you are, but something completely different. Because if you feel neutral toward this person, if you feel attracted, or you don't even know what you feel, then you're on good ground for a first date. The only time that the attraction is a no-go is when you feel physically, sexually repelled by someone. But if you do not feel utterly repelled by someone on a physical level, sexual level, then you should give this person the chance of date 2, 3, and 4. Now, don't confuse emotional with physical and sexual, because emotions can be all over the place when you're actually attracted to someone. So give someone a chance to get to know them and for them to get to know you. Discover the real person, because otherwise you're not making the best use of that first date if you write someone off so quickly after only one date because of some flaw, such as he didn't ask me questions about myself. That doesn't always mean what it seems like it means.